Jeeno Thitikul, certainly one of those names that are mentioned. Possible winner this week.
A similar putt here to the one we just saw from Head-On.
Four-time third at the par 5 eighth for Jeeno Thitikul.
Just got to kind of tell in your monitor there's 2 ridges to play. Looks like she's going to try to carry the first and bump it up the second. Didn't quite give it enough.
Sixth. Back at the par 5 eighth, Thitikul for birdie.
Slow putt up the slope, a good bit of break to the right. Oh, she's gonna make up for that chip. Look at that.
Yeah, that's why she's shaking her head. She's like, I should not have had that length of putt for birdie.
Also, funny game.
Thitikul second here at 10 over the water.
168 to the hole, laid back to the fattest part of the fairway.
Greens might be soft, but that's not the sound you usually hear.
It's coming in from with quite a long club there from laying back, and that's going to...
Terry here alongside Jeeno Thitikul, kind enough to spend a little time with us in the midst of competing in a major championship. You're off to a solid start so far today. How would you describe this early part of the round?
I would say it's nice. It's some frustrating shots that I'm like, dang, I should make it, better. But obviously had a lot of shots that's kind of, like in a good shapes, and also just make it in for first couple holes.
We saw a lot of rain here yesterday, a little bit early in the week. How would you describe the conditions so far today compared to what you've seen at this course in years past?
I think it's more softer than like even the practice round, because yesterday we got a lot of rain, like a lot, and then I think it just make it a little bit easier for sure. The greens, majors always had like a really firm greens, but here it's softer.
Well, we appreciate you spending a little time with us, sharing a little bit of insight. Have fun the rest of the way.
Thank you, appreciate it.
She is, and Morgan's right. She's left herself in a bit of a tough spot to putt from. She's looking at the spot right on the edge of the green, for which this putt's going to have to die at. So she's looking to imagine that the hole is cut at the very top of the slope on the edge of the green, and hit it with that kind of dying pace. This is going to require some imagination to get this right and good touch. But Jeeno is the second best putter on the tour in terms of her statistics. Incredibly good with this club.
And she feels, Karen, like she hasn't putted as well as she would like. She mentioned that last week, that she just feels like she isn't making quite enough putts. She had to take this into the fringe.
Yeah, she's looking at a spot just short of the fringe.
Not high enough.
And never gave that enough pace for the first part of that putt. It was just so difficult there. A tough leave. Be that annoying positive energy that she talks about so often.
A lot left for Jeeno here at 10. No problem. Growing confidence that way as well on these greens, which can be on the wrong quadrant and make it.
There's a moment to go. Now Jeeno second.
Just a couple of yards less for Jeeno. Ball still above her feet.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, so close, Tom. Took a look as it went by. And a chance up to 11.
So that really good approach from Jeeno. Great chance for a birdie.
It really is, Tom. And I think anytime Jeeno has an opportunity for birdie, I always feel like it's going to be a pretty good chance she'll make it. I mean, 1.65 putts per green in regulation is what she does when she's on the greens so far this season. And that's just crazy good numbers. Because I always think if you're anything around 1.77, that's normally pretty good.
We're going back to the FM Championship. That was a rare miss there, but going back to the FM Championship in September of last year, she's finished in the top 10 in every event that she has played since then, apart from one. There was the Blue Bay LPGA in China, where she finished 12th. So
Thitikul here at 12.
This is not a bad place to putt from. And even though you're above the hole, it's going to be slightly uphill as it approaches the hole. And a little bit of movement to the right, but nothing like Hayden's putt was.
Stays right there. Got a couple of par fives still to come, 13 and 18 on this back.
How lightly she tapped that. Such a fast putt.
over at 13, this is Jeeno for par.
Yeah, she didn't. She was short of the green, had about 41 yards for a pitch, left it well short, and then putted up to this point.
Oh, she was able to get away with it on 8, Karen, but not here. That's a sloppy bogey.
Now, Jeeno Thitikul is trying to close the gap in the Rolex rankings between herself and Nelly Korda. Nelly with a sizable lead to start the year. Jeeno's been playing really well, so closing that gap is still Nelly comfortably the world #1, Lydia Ko #3, and Lilia Vu, the one marquee group. At the 15th, Jeeno to get it to 2 under par.
And really hasn't putted anywhere near quite as I thought she was going to do today. But this will just kind of will put things in the right order for her as well. You know, getting it to 2, keeping within striking distance. You know, you just can't let the leaders get too far away from you, but you don't have to be up there with them on day 1.
Yeah, she just came up out of that with her left shoulder. Didn't stay down and through, which is the tendency on those left to righters for a right-handed golfer.
Thitikul just this side of the bunker at 60.
Yeah, but she has found some sand, being in a sanded divot. So just playing a little punch shot out of that.
Oh, that was really well done.
Out of that divot, I love that. Play it a little bit back in your stance. Try and deal off the club a bit.
Third for Jeeno Thitikul coming up at 18.
Yeah, ball is above her feet from 103. I'll be trying to flight this one in a little bit, not let this one get up in the air too much. There's a bit into. She's flighted this one down nicely.
There's a ridge just short and a ridge beyond, looking to split the difference just like that.
Great low. Get it to 2 under, finish up there. So that wind pick up about 20 minutes ago or so, and it's become a little more of a...
Just flip to the other side of the golf ball definitely is probably last resort.
Karen, the sunshine's back out. The rain stopped.
It has. I've actually put the umbrella down, which is quite nice, although there's the odd little splatter every now and again. Wind hasn't died down, though. That's still up there. And this will be a nice way for Jeeno to finish her round off.
She felt like she had a lot of opportunities today, Karen. Just couldn't quite get them to find the bottom of the hole. 31 putts today for Jeeno.